It is time. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am sitting inside Hagrid the Bus. And if you don't know, last spring, I kind of called off the search to find a shorty school bus. That was what I had in my head that I wanted to really do, so we could camp more, so we could travel around the US more. A lot of our travel has been international, and I just kind of wanted to explore more of the United States. And I called off the search, and then this bus kind of presented itself and I couldn't say no. So we got it here, and my like hyperfixation on fixing it up, making it pretty inside took over, and that's what we spent some time in the spring doing. It's time now that some functional things need to get fixed up. I still have to figure out what's going on with our battery solar situation. It's not perfect. There might be like a one dead battery draining the rest. So there's something going on there that I've got to learn and have people help me fix. So all we've done so far is one weekend trip in the bus, took it for a test run, took it to a state park, so we were hooked up to electricity, so I didn't have to worry about the solar situation, but kind of took my daughter and the dogs and just baptism by fire to see what was going on with the bus, and what worked and what didn't, and what fell off the walls and what didn't. So here we are sitting back at home now. It's been a couple of months because we had some international trips to complete, and it's time to get the bus ready for functioning for the fall so we can plan some longer, more fun trips. So it is a disaster right now. Basically, it became like a storage area for all of the projects that I wanted to complete, that I have on the to-do list, and some things that are half done. As you can see by like, we got 90% of the stickers off that the previous owners had on here, but that is still giving me trouble, that one. So we are going to complete some projects now, and I'll give you a tour of the before and what it looks like once it's cleaned up a little bit. We're just getting it tidied up so that I can do the projects I want to do. All right, here's our front door. I have some maybe peel and stick wallpaper to put into the stairwell. It didn't work the first time I tried, so we'll see if I'm more patient now. Front area, not much going to happen with that, aside from trying to clean up the rest of the stickers. But as you can see, this whole thing was coated with stickers, and we got most of them off. That's a mini fridge right there. We didn't end up using. I don't know how functional it is. It goes into the cigarette lighter, so we're going to see if we end up using that. I've got a hammock to hang. I've seen it done. I don't know how we'll do it. We'll see. This is just a bucket of decorative junk that we haven't found a place for yet. This is going to go on top of this after I stain it and figure out how to make that more secure. Bench seat is good as is. And then we have to find, what we found out while we were camping was that we made it look nice. We made things look nice, but storage and functional space was a premium. So I've got to organize these cabinets underneath and figure out where all of our stuff is going to go. And as you can see, from painting the ceiling, some wires are hanging down. We need to get those cleaned back up. And my decorative flowers, I used command strips, and those melted in the heat and things fell down. So I'm putting some more permanent hooks up now. I have some stuff with the curtains. I have a layer of lace that's going to go over these white curtains just to make it look a little nicer. And obviously the bed needs to be cleaned up. That was just like left as is after our last camping trip. This fan is amazing. If you camp at all, I'll link that in the description below. That is like, it saved the camping trip because it kept the air moving in here while we're figuring out what our air conditioning situation is going to be. And then I have to swap out those back curtains that I totally forgot existed when I swapped out the rest of the curtains. So that's it for now. Cleaning and organizing, and then I'll give you an update. And I've just got this throw up here to give me a little protection for when the dogs jump on the bed. But let's be honest, we're not earning any good housekeeping awards here. I have this space that is such a wasted space down here. It's like almost a foot at the foot of the bed. I have to figure some type of storage solution for that because so much could go there. I definitely stuff the pillows there when we're sleeping at night, but I just feel like it could be better utilized. All right, so there's our slightly tidied up sleeping area. We got our floral garlands hanging back up where they belong. I am sweating already. It's supposed to be 85 plus degrees today, so I wanted to get a little bit done in the bus while I could. It's starting to warm up, and obviously we don't have our air conditioning hooked up yet, so I might just take the curtains and the countertops off the bus, work on those projects, and then pick this up tomorrow morning. Also, if you have any thoughts on this area, so we've got a good amount of counter space here, though this one is taken up with the water for the sink, the gray water tank. This is I think a shoe rack, like a hanging shoe rack that the previous owners put in, and it's basically just been a place to stuff stuff. So I don't know if I'll leave it for now. It doesn't fit perfectly. There's a wheel well right there, so we can't put anything like hard in there. But another chunk of space that we've got to figure out what to use it for and how we can best utilize that. One of our biggest challenges is that we have a very food insecure dog that we rescued, and she will go for anything edible. So I can't put food up here because she can just jump on the bed and get it. It's got to be behind these locked cabinets. So anything that's out that's not behind the cabinets needs to be a non-food item. My quilt-loving mother would probably be horrified that I'm using a handheld sewing machine and had to watch a YouTube video on how it works, but we're putting a layer of lace on top of these, what do you call them, sun-blocking, room-darkening curtains, just to cuten them up a bit. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional, and I was one step away from gluing them on, so this is better than nothing. Not perfect, but not horrible either. My mood, my vibe for this whole project has had to be good enough. So we're not going for perfection. It will never happen if I try to make things perfect. And at this point, I try. And if it's good enough, it's good enough. And it works, it's functional, it's safe. That's basically all it's got to be. So don't let perfectionism stop you from doing something. Get it done good enough and just go and enjoy life. There's your words of wisdom for the video. Because really, who cares? You're not hurting anyone but yourself if you are just holding back and not doing things because they're not going to come out perfect. And especially if you're trying something new, it's not going to be perfect the first time. It's just going to be good enough. Can you tell I was like a B+ student in school? And you know what? It hasn't stopped me in life. Of everything that I've accomplished, never once did it matter if I got A's or B's or C's in school. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. And while I'm sewing away, we are, ouch, that's hot, seasoning the top of the Blackstone grill. From what I've seen on YouTube, we are baking the top of the griddle for 30 minutes with olive oil all over it. We've done 30 minutes, another 30 minutes, and now we've re-oiled and are doing an hour, and then hopefully it'll be seasoned enough to use. I've never used a Blackstone griddle, but it came with the bus, and it seems like it's more the type of food that we eat. Grilled cheeses, burgers, things like that will be easier to cook on it. It's officially break time. Well, I made it through 4.5 curtains and somehow broke the sewing machine. So until I figure out how to fix that, I might just quickly hand stitch to get through the last of it and put the curtains back up, but I'm calling it a day. We went out to dinner and ice cream, and it's been a good productive day. So until next time, we have plenty of projects to keep us going through the summer, and I will keep you guys posted.